Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Blaker_CS channel. As always, my name is Blaker, and behind the camera we have Exploding to help give you the good camera angles on all the action. And in what's turning out to be an interesting already uh, matchup, we have Mavrek taking on, I'm blanking on the team name, Ninjas in Boxers. So a little bit of a play on the Ninjas in Pajamas name, but nonetheless, an exciting matchup. And like I said, some controversy early on. Ninjas and Boxers only have 4 players in the server, I believe, plus a coach, so that 5th player is missing. But we're heading to Dust 2, a map that Mavrek, didn't initially have a lot of success on, but have been able to turn it around slightly. Whether it's been off of the individual plays from Bernie Promod, or whether it's been off of some of the team coordinated plays from Arkham, or even some of the individual lurks from Naz, I feel like a lot of these individuals have been stepping up on the side of Mavrek, and we're seeing some tech pauses already in the matchup. So I'm here to yap a little more. As I was mentioning, Mavrek had a spectacular coming back into the game party, I think, with this roster. They had initially a little bit of a rough showing on their first matchup, but were able to really bounce back with some new additions in Burning Pro Mod. We also saw, I believe, Shock and Naz step into the roster. So a little bit of an early shuffle. And like I said, some solid results because of it. They were able to take a 13-4 victory against Losers Q on what's today? Thursday, Tuesday. On Tuesday, my days are blending together. And then they also last week were able to take a victory against Yappenhagen in what was a chaotic matchup to say the least. And like I said, it feels like this team has really been able to really come to form, and all of them individual members have been able to step up. In terms of this specific matchup against Ninjas and Boxers, though, this does pan out to be a little bit more one-sided to Ninjas and Boxer. A lot of these individual players have higher win percentages on Dust 2, and whether that's due to aim percentage or whether that's due to just team play all the way around, that is the question really to be answered. And for Mavrek, it's clear the team play is there. The individual shots can either be hit or miss, but nonetheless, I think that they have all of the capabilities to be able to, pull off the win. And I don't know about you guys, but in terms of the new Anubis changes, leaves a lot of questions to be answered. I know Anubis isn't necessarily the map we're going to tonight, but still some exciting changes. And in the match chat, Naz is already putting out false information. Y'all can't see it, but he's saying that Flom's casting the game. That's interesting. I'm getting thrown under the bus here. Nonetheless, after the knife round, we've seen Mavrek take the pistol. Ninjas and Boxer still have 4 members only connected to the server, so as expected, all of the timeouts slowly being burned away. And yeah, I've had a long day at work, and I'm ready to watch some exciting open 9-10 Counter-Strike, because if you follow me on Twitter, you saw the clip that me and QDC got to cast last week. And Mavrek, like I said, I've really been able to turn it around, so I have some high expectations. Bernie Promod is a personal friend of mine, and I know that he has a very high skill ceiling. It's just a matter of actually raising that floor. And as I say that, the 5th player connected and then instantly disconnected. Or was that the coach? Production? That was the player. So the player has instantly joined and instantly left. So hopefully these tech pauses will be going underway soon. Oh, that's Phil in chat, right? I looked over, I saw a chat, but didn't even see it. What's up, Phil? Hope everyone's doing all right tonight. I keep forgetting. I'm on my channel. I'm not on a team channel. I mean, I'm casting for Mavrek as well, though. Big shout out to Mavrek. I finished. That's all I wanted to do. I'll keep going for you. We'll keep me on camera for a little bit longer. But like I mentioned, Mavrek versus Ninjas and Boxer. That 5th player is who we're waiting on, and let's take a look at this Ninjas and Boxer side. Actually, these face it profile flags tend to be deceiving sometimes, but 4 out of 5 players are, I believe, Colombian is the flag that I'm looking at. Venezuelan, sorry, Venezuelan. Like I said, face it profiles tend to be deceiving sometimes, but nonetheless, some interesting diversity throughout this matchup, and Actually, we see Ninjas and Boxer with a coach as well, the Muska. So we'll see if that coach does actually come to fruition. Fifth player has made it into the server, but as soon as that happened, I think the first player or one of the other players immediately disconnected as well. So a little bit more time being burned from Ninjas and Boxer, and hopefully we're underway soon. But as I say that, the pause has come to a close. We'll give it a couple more seconds to figure out if this is actually going to go down. But we're at 5 seconds left on the freeze timer. We're going to be straight into Mavrek versus Ninjas and Boxer. It's round number 1 of Dust 2. And an interesting buy from Ninjas and Boxer. A lot of utility, 2 sets of dual Berettas and armor, and an early push into lower B. Young Promise finds a kill early on. Stewart's able to find another, and upper B is completely seized for the side of Ninjas and Boxer. Long control being taken. JJ gonna lead the charge, but Naz is gonna be the one to jump around the corner. And is that Mitari? Mitari? I'm calling him Matari. Matari is able to find one charging out of the smoke. The dualies from Stewart finally activate, but on that cat headshot angle, Chucky's able to fall away. JJ doesn't want to commit down in towards CT, and Chucky's able to find a kill on towards Naz. So JJ is left in this 1v3, but the angles do not play in his favor. So Chucky will find the headshot. A little bit of technical issues from the side of production, but nonetheless, the round still goes on. Ninjas and Boxers able to find that first pistol round, and some early coordinated aggression through upper B. Like I said, an interesting pistol round and pistol round buy, but I definitely think that's off of the back of a set play from Ninjas and Boxer. Bro just got Batmaned into CT spawn in a 2-on-3. Yeah, LTMA, like I mentioned, open 9-10 Counter-Strike. Mavrek on one hand have a little bit of high expectations, but as we mentioned, both sides leave a lot of questions to be answered. Actually, one thing I'm kind of interested now that I didn't get to look at is the match history of Ninjas and Boxer. So I'm going to pull that up while we're waiting. A little bit of a passive round from the side of Mavrek. A missed mid-smoke, I think? Maybe mid to B? Mid-door smoke, that's what it was supposed to be. So resmoke is needed. Ninjas and Boxers are currently 2-1 in ESEA League. They have a matchup scheduled against Lyra, Tower, Perks, and Sleepers. Sleepers is a relatively good team. Made it to Crossfire Season 3 playoffs. But in their past matches, they've faced Mungie, Inc., Crimson, and Blue Horse Baby. Blue Horse Baby being a forfeit win. They lost 5-13 versus Crimson. And Stewart not able to connect the shots early on. The cap push is underway. Shot found Stewart, but Mitare is spraying away with the monster. Shots do not connect. He relies on Young Promise to collect the rebound, but it's a little bit too late as Bernie Promod activates. It's 3v2, but 2 of these Mavrek members are a little bit low on HP. Bernie's going to go for a reposition in towards Pit, but Chucky is hearing all of this, so he should have the advantage at least taking this initial fight. But Bernie has coverage as well from ramp, so as JJ gets the spot, he takes out Chucky. Noah is going for this 1v3, but has to make his way through 2 members. Bernie Promod has it from Moss, tucked up towards Pit, but Arkham is sold towards the site. His head is revealed, and Noah's found 2 kills. Only needs 1 more. Gotta find Bernie, but the kid is on his side. He does have a flashbang as well, and the stick can be pulled off. Cap comes in. Bernie goes for the fight, but he doesn't pull it off. Is there time? There might be just a hair left, and Noah able to pull off the clutch. Finds it's round 2 for Ninjas and Boxer, and by the skin of their teeth, but nonetheless, Mavrek able to make it expensive on their second round, and it feels a little bit awkward, especially because it felt I thought I saw a Mac 10, especially some more utility in there, and you can also see the buy of Mavrek a little bit disjointed in this round number 3. Naz does have the AWP though, and that's something that I've been a little bit crucial on. Naz keeping that AWP mobile and keeping it active. Missed top shot early on. What are these pullout sounds for the knife? I'm dead. Last night's update. That's what you missed. They also changed up maneuvers quite a bit, which is very interesting. Chucky's able to find a full blind MP9 kill on towards Arkham. Shock is leading this mid to B charge. He's able to cross to the right side, and he has the bomb, so that's the real point of contention. But Atari's able to find Bernie. The AWP of Naz still lurks out towards mid, and this is a really risky play, especially with that AWP. But as that smoke is going to expire, the retreat should happen, and Naz is able to skirt away in towards site. The retake just being mounted as you see the other two members of Ninjas and Boxers finally reconvening, but I almost think this might just be a recovery mission. Galil scooped up from Atari. 2 M4s, and Stewart's going to leave this charge in. Molotov finds its home window. Stewart finds the head of JJ. It's a 1-for-1 exchange, at least in terms of utility, but Stewart is leading the charge. It's all on the Shock in the 1v2. He finds 2 kills, has only 1 bullet left, but it won't hit its mark. Young Promise can't find the bomb. He's looking for it. He's looking all around, but was that the time? Was that the round, or does he have the defuse? He does not. What? What? I'm at a loss for words. Tactical timeout on the menu for Mavrek. Definitely want to talk over that post plant because it was a little bit close for comfort, especially considering that it all came down to Young Promise not being able to find the bomb. And either way, they pulled off the round win. What can you ask for? Ninjas and Boxers have $2,000 to their name. They now have a decision on whether or not they want to force into this or try the upgraded pistols, and it feels like it's just going to be upgraded pistols. You can also see Stewart has the Desert Eagle. And the buy of Mavrek is still a little bit disjointed, so if they're not careful going into this round, I definitely foresee a little bit of a shaky round outplaying. Or playing out, I should say. Flashbang over the top of Long. Young Promise is going to throw that nade, but it actually finds a little bit of a boom. Not too big to actually find our first big boom of the match. Bernie Pro Mod instantly punished for that natural aggression out towards B, but you can also see Ninjas and Boxers have fully confirmed that this hit is coming in towards the A side. Matari eats a dink from the MAC-10, somehow dishing out damage of his own. But as the cross smoke finally hits its mark, Matari will fall as well. There's Galil in the hands of Stewart, but he eats the dust, and it's all on to Noah. No one? Noah? I'm just going to keep calling him Noah. Noah. He has the P250. He's running up towards Cat, but he's going to have to fight against the AK-47 of JJ. And it's a relative no contest from the side of Ninjas and Boxers. It's 2 rounds in a row for Mavrek. They've been able to cause a little bit of chaos, I think, in the communications of Ninjas and Boxer, but nonetheless, round wins are what you're here for. Arkham still has that MAC-10, a little bit of a questionable decision if you're asking me. But either way, it's going to be an all-out brawl towards this B side, I feel. And Noah is getting awfully close with the smoke in his hand. He has utility out, shot rings, and Noah is put into the grave. Chucky's going to be this first rotation, and he's caught JJ out, but JJ's just trying to hop his way across. Bernie's going to punch the numbers into the bomb. Matari's eating a gush from his own teammate, I think. And it's a 4-man retake prompted through double doors of mid. Oh, no, they're not. They're done. The team gush came in. They don't want a piece of it. They don't want any more. They know. Wow. You know what I think is happening? I think we're seeing like a moment of realization from Ninjas and Boxers. Either Young Promise is having some tech issues. No, he's finally back. I almost think Ninjas and Boxers were kind of like, hey, they created a lot of chaos. That first kill, the instant utility, we're kind of locked out here and comfortable saving the rifles, especially when the money's not there. So 3rd round on the board for Mavrek. It's chaotic Counter-Strike at its finest. I have no idea. I have no idea. We've just crossed 8 p.m. Central Time here in Houston, Texas, and we are 6 rounds into our first match of the night. Long contact has been taken. A little bit of a reciprocal Molotov finds its mark, and Young Promise actually gets the spot out towards the blue player, so JJ is forced into retreating. Instantaneously, though, Bernie Promod prompt with this lower control. You can see that Ninjas and Boxers are a little bit cautious of this as he's been persistent with it. You can even see the boost being prepped, but Bernie is way too far up. Mid to B smoke being prepped. I'm actually confused. That's the second time they've thrown this mid-door smoke that hasn't actually hit its mark, so a little bit of a interesting play. Molotov out towards Catwalk to force the players to swing, but it actually airbursts, and Stewart's able to find Bernie Promod. He's not prepped for the swing, but Shock finds two. The reload prompts Young Promise to go swinging, and that is the trade's effective, but the man advantage still technically leans in favor of Mavrek. 3v3. Mavrek still a little bit cautious to take the pressure of the site, but after spotting 3 members up Cat, you have to wonder, does the aggression become more natural? Take utility being prepped, flashbang, I think hits its mark. I almost think that was supposed to just deny or pop as late as possible. Molotov towards the site, doesn't flush anyone home and anyone out because no one's home. Chucky and Young Promise prompting this retake through Cat. Smoke on towards the bomb, but that gives JJ a free reposition. He's looking to get up into this site. Since he's on the ledge, he's playing a little bit of a dangerous game. Young Promise is going to go and try to get on this bomb, but tuckling the toes and whoa. Wait, I don't even know what happened. I have no idea what even happened. I think did JJ walk out? JJ had to have walked out of the smoke, right? That's what had. Enjoy the cast. I can't with good faith watch this game. I mean, it's entertaining. Come on. We're seeing chaos. Kill through the smoke. Big boom from Naz into an instant immediate, or an instant op kill. I don't know why I said instant immediate. And attack pause from Ninjas and Boxers. They've lost 4 rounds in a row, and all 4 of the rounds they've lost have been utter chaos. The start of this downhill spiral was Young Promise not being able to find the bomb on the B site, if you're just tuning in. But for round number 7, it's still Mavrek versus Ninjas and Boxers. It's a best of 1, Dust 2, and Shock has aggressive thoughts up towards Catwalk. He's not going to spot Chucky jiggling bottom mid, but Shock is going for this aggressive fight. He's able to find Stewart off guard. JJ collects the rebound towards tunnels, but Chucky just free of charge runs up and gets the trade. It's a 4v2 in favor of Mavrek, and some well-executed mid-aggression and a beautiful trade from JJ pretty much gifts them this round. It feels unlosable, but we have seen unlosable rounds be lost before. The rotation happening towards this B site, and Ninjas and Boxers feel like they have a pretty good read on this situation. The kill from Young Promise makes him kind of stick towards mid, but no one has crept in towards car. This is the opportunity to shut everything down. It's a 3K on the line, but Noah tucks hard. JJ's not going to spot until he goes flying over, but Noah can't connect the shots until late. He finds the first one towards JJ. Bernie gets the trade, but Young Promise is here through window, and it doesn't matter. Naz shuts it down. It's 5 rounds in a row for Mavrek, and they're starting to get the ball rolling. And I feel like that might have been the first round from Mavrek that we're seeing coordination and some sort of structure rather than kind of chaos. as I was saying. Naz separates the head from the shoulders of Noah. One of the heavy lifters for the side of Ninjas and Boxers, but this mid-aggression might come to bite them in the side. Chucky activates from mid-doors and shuts down the AWP, but it's not going to be picked up from one of these Mavrek members, so it's free for the taking for Ninjas and Boxers. Spam's coming through mid-door. Mavrek still not contesting this AWP down bottom mid. And Matari has scooped up the AWP. There's no way Matari even thinks about going for this, right? Yep, there it is. Exit towards pit for Matari. The rest of the Desert Eagles are going to be left to go and try to find some sort of kills towards this retake. Flashbang over the top. JJ is playing a dangerous game. Smoke towards door. Stewart still tucked towards window. Has the kit as well, so members get leaving too early. Doesn't matter anymore. Young Promise goes down as well. JJ finds 2 kills, and the AWP is being recovered from Matari, but JJ might run right into it, so there's a possibility for his duel. Actually, never mind. Matari is just completely tucked in towards pit. So AWP recovered. One hell of an investment saved for the Ninjas and Boxer as well. But Naz is going to buy that AWP right back up, and if he can keep these picks through mid coming, then Mavrek should have no problem flying away with this T side. A little bit of a change of pace from Mavrek. You can see a 2-man setup towards B rather than just that solo lurk. Footsteps from top mid actually have... Ninjas and Boxers concerned about the wrong angle. Bernie Promod finds one. He's immediately traded by Young Promise, but that is a good time to retreat. Drops in towards CT, but isn't going to commit. Just to drop the smoke, and a retake out towards long. This is a smart move from Ninjas and Boxers. Lose one part of the map and try to burrow yourself in towards the other. Mavrek have to be careful. The information has to be collected. Has to be gathered. JJ's going to be sent out on this solo mission out towards the mid area, and that fake is kind of recognized. Shock's going to drop the catwalk smoke. Pushes on. Flashbang's ringing over the top, but no one is going to find anyone home. As Ninjas and Boxer have completely tucked out towards long A. Naz should find at least a shot on towards Stewart, and it connects. Young Promise connects on the menu, and beautiful shot from Naz. No one's position is revealed. He's in the 1v1, and JJ connects his headshot, and JJ has been firing all throughout this half. So as Mavrek collects 7, the oil has been put in the engine, and all 5 cylinders are firing. A little bit of a weird buy coming out from Ninjas and Boxer. Yo, I just realized, is Ninjas and Boxer supposed to be like Boxer, like Launder's brand? I see the Saw logo in their logo. Yeah, Suprad's mentioning that Boxer is BOXR, and that's what I'm thinking too. I'm not sure. But, they're not doing the brand any justice. To keep this streak up. Arkham dropped down to 46 HP. I'm not sure actually what that was from, but he's looking to lead the charge towards Cat. Young Promise finds the kill. Looking for a little bit of a re-aggress, and is gifted for it. Naz is a little bit fumbly up towards Xbox and pays the price. It's Bernie Promod and Shock in a 2v4. And we've seen crazier things this game, so I wouldn't be surprised if this does go to Vader, but it's all on to Bernie. He's in the 1v4 and found the first kill, but double swings, and Ninjas and Boxer finally convert. It's 7-3. They need a little bit more breathing room, I think, going into their T side, but 3 rounds is a good starting point, I'd say. Op being brought back out for Naz as well. Drop from Arkham. And look at this. Double op comes in the hands of Ninjas and Boxer. Noah and Mitari. Contact long. It's going to be a battle of the AWPs, and as always, CTs will win. Mid control being seized for Mavrek. So waits. Actually, look at this posture from Ninjas and Boxer. They've completely forgone A control and tried to go for this heavy mid setup. It's going to be broken open. Chucky is able to find 2 great kills. It's all on JJ and Shock. Shock's able to find 2 of his own, surprisingly, but it's a 3-on-2. And the patience might be in its dividends, but not play for it. JJ finds a spray onto Young Promise, drops him down to 20 HP, but Noah's awaiting towards Big Box. He strikes with that AWP, and JJ is left on his lonesome. Has to make his way in towards this site as he knows that CT smoke is fading, but stun shows the shoulder, and Steward collects the kill. I called him stunned for a moment, but either way. The team play is starting to shine for Ninjas and Boxer. I'm not sure what that call was in the tactical timeout, but they were able to find it and put it together. Even on these mixed weird buys, and even when they have the double op in hand, starting to feel really good. Beautiful shot from Naz. Finally gets the spawn to peek out towards long with that AWP. There's lower control is seized once more for the side of Mavrek. You can see Ninjas and Boxers are constant with this long control. Feels like this has been their one kind of undoing throughout these rounds, as Mavrek are able to find an early pick out towards long and draw a rotation that forces Ninjas and Boxer to either commit towards long pit or give up these isolated duels. But when you have the AWP, not too big of a favor to ask. But Matari is second guessing his instincts, trying to play towards long corner to assist his teammate Pit, but that just kind of weakens your commitment out towards this A site. Push from Mavrek going to be made a lot more difficult, but a footstep has been heard. Stewart's going to be keen. As the flashbang rings through, it doesn't find its mark. Stewart's going to be the first point of contact with the MAC-10. Arkham can't find anything. Bernie's there for the trade, but now Matari's position is revealed. His attention is split as well, but he has support. The support comes from Chucky, but Chucky's caught with a nade in his hand. Matari has the AWP, and the shot doesn't hit. Shock finds 2 kills. It's all onto Noah. And for this final round of the first half, he has to find 4 kills, equivalent to what his team has in rounds, and he's starting it off on the right foot. He's gotten the early kill on towards Nas, but is leading this charge and trying to just absolutely tear down this defense. But he pumps the brakes. Post plans being taken from the side of Mavrek, so no chance he finds his way through this situation. Not unless one of the Mavericks go hunting, but Shock is going to go hunting and circles his prey for long enough to collect it up. It's 8 rounds for Mavrek as we head into half number 2 of Dust 2. And Ninjas and Boxer might be in the driver's seat considering how chaotic their own CT side was. And Mavrek have been one to show a little bit of struggles, at least on the CT side of Dust 2. So as we head into the second half, we see a lot of questions, at least in terms of the team play for the side of Mavrek. Play being prepped up for the side of Ninjas and Boxer, and actually an interesting one. Maybe prepping some sort of mid-take, but they're actually going right through the smoke. Flashbang misses its mark, but the shots actually don't hit from the CTs either. Stewart and Young Promise find their own kills, and Bernie is forced to go running out towards long. Bernie's attention is split. Young Promise shows the head towards Gandalf, but it's just an attention grab as Noah goes swinging through the cross. Bernie finds his first kill, but now has to deal with the flank. It's Matari, and the USP doesn't find its mark. Matari shoots his shot ever so crisp with the Glock, and he's a little bit distracted trying to pick up the USP, so that grants a free kill. JJ's activated towards Cat, but he's only good for one, but that's both players revealed. Nade flies high and finds its mark, but Young Promise has tucked once more, and Arkham finds a great headshot. Flashbang brings out towards Cat, but Arkham had his back turned, and Young Promise activates from Gandalf. It's the 5th round for Ninjas and Boxer. But they need to convert 3 more to tie us up at a minimum. Need to cover the cross. 4-man stack towards B. Towards mid allows Shock to get close up towards Xbox, but should just be for information. The real target for the side of Ninjas and Boxers is going to be A site. Flashbang out towards long. And control has been taken. I do expect this to take a little bit longer than usual, especially receiving no contact, but you can already see Chucky is getting a jump on the gun. There's cleared out card. Cross smoke finds its mark, and Noah has just missed the timing on Shock, so this creates a little bit of an awkward scenario, and Noah is going to turn around. He spotted Shock up towards Palm, so he's able to tuck, and Arkham walks past as well. He finally activates and goes swinging, but eats the dust early on as Bernie stuffs his face with the USP barrel. Chucky's going to be the next on the dinner plate, but the Mac 10 is close by. JJ's going to eat the dust, but Bernie, I wasn't necessarily expecting to as well. Shock left in the 1v4. His footsteps definitely heard from the Cat player. And you can even see Ninjas and Boxer trying to hunt. Want to get this last player killed and this round over with. But if they get too aggressive, might now play out in their favor. Stewart's going to be the one to take the contact. Shock will not expect the jump. And Ninjas and Boxer have put 2 on their T side together, but now have the rifles of Mavrek to face against. And in round 15, I definitely expect at least a more standard setup from the side of Mavrek, at least in terms of flashing out towards long and actually trying to... Actually, never mind. They're not even trying to play for spawns. They're just playing set rolls. So that might explain a little bit more of these set plays from the side of Mavrek. If they're trying to play set rolls on these different sites, then maybe some timing's just kind of thrown out the window. Arkham's able to get a great gush on towards Chucky, but is immediately backed up. Shock recovers the kills, and it's a man advantage early on for Mavrek. Mid control retaken for the side of Ninjas and Boxer. They're able to recover the bomb as well. That's the main priority, but Itare is going hunting out towards long and actually finds Naz. Turns his back for a reflash, but it doesn't find its mark. Naz actually whiffs his, but he still gets the kill either way. Bernie finds his own headshot, knows the 3rd player is out. Finally collects the kill. It's the 9th round for Mavrek, able to rebound after a little bit of a lost streak, but AKs are recovered and a tactical timeout is expended for Ninjas and Boxer. Tactical timeout coming to a close. Round number 16 on the horizon. And Ninjas and Boxer, a rough buy ahead. AK-47s and armor on relatively everyone. No one's going to be the real short end of the stick. But the utility is what's concerning for me. Not too many smokes. One of which being expended already. So the utility not going to be all that there. Ninjas and Boxer have to rely on their team play here. And Naz is going in a little bit aggressive. Spots the shoulder of Young Promise, but I feel like he should be backing up. Actually, never mind. Young Promise is going to be the one to give up pressure. Nate finds a smart onto JJ. Not going to deter him from continuing this jiggle spot rampage, though. And Bernie's going to eat a brunt of this contact. Flashbang should be prepped from Noah, and it will be. It flies, hits its mark, and Bernie immediately retreats. Defensive smoke is immediately deployed as a response, and Bernie still has a smoke as well, so if this contact is continued up catwalk from Ninjas and Boxer, then a little bit more delay is in the hands of the side of Mavrek. It doesn't look like they're going to be deterred based off the smoke. It just allows them to reposition and reset up more utility. But you can even see Mavrek haven't gone hunting too much. They've expanded a smoke up towards Upper B, so they're going to have to collect a little more information. Flashbangs ring out. Bernie's forced to burn that smoke up towards the site. And as the flashbang rings, he finds 5 members, but doesn't go swinging until late. Flash finds its mark, and Bernie activates, but he can't connect the kills. Stewart finds the head, and the bomb is going to be punched in. A big nade finds its mark, and I believe that's a big boom on the Noah. You can even see Mavrek a little bit hesitant on where they want to approach this retake from. A reposition in towards catwalk, but 2 members out towards long. JJ activates, finds Stewart, but Chucky finds nothing out towards Goose, actually. And so it's all onto Young Promise and a Matari. Matari has 1 kill in this round, but it's 3 members they need to work through, and Shock is going to deny it all. JJ finds the spam through the smoke. It's double digits for Mavrek, and the retake felt good. I really enjoyed how Mavrek... I calmed on it a little bit, how Mavrek were hesitant in that retake to send someone up towards catwalk, but I think that sole person going up towards cat and causing a little bit of disruption into the defense was just enough to break the defense. You could even see Matari on the reposition in towards site had to make a decision on whether or not he wanted to support catwalk or support his teammate in towards Gandalf, and after taking that initial contact up towards Cat, it prompted an immediate reswing. Stewart's going to hit the dust early at the hands of Arkham, but a mid-walk for Chucky. 2 members making their way up towards Cat. That might prompt a reaction from Bernie, but Shock keeps a deagle shot early, spots the second player, and immediately backs up. Doesn't want to play the dangerous game, and waits for the supporting utility. Bernie Promod still needs to stay committed towards mid, though. As that contact is had, Bernie activates, actually eats some damage of his own, so what is that smoke? What? That smoke bounce is gonna allow Ninjas and Boxer, or at least what remains of them, to make an encroachment up towards catwalk, but you can also see there's a 3rd member trying to activate out towards long. And Mavrek are keen to it. Bernie Promod on this angle will actually be able to catch Young Promise off guard, and 2 players remaining. Naz connects a filthy shot onto no one, and the nade finds its home as well with Matari. Stuck between a rock and a hard place, and only has a deagle to break out, and the proper tool is not in his hands. Mavrek find 11, 2 rounds away from closing it up and sealing the deal. And it's felt, I feel like there's been some rounds from Mavrek that have felt, relatively fluid, and other rounds that have felt a little bit interesting. As we head into round number 18. It's an aggressive long play from Ninjas and Boxer. Utility already being deployed. No one's going to be home towards this A site. The mid clear has happened, and Shock's going to be sent running up towards catwalk. Calendar utility here. Cross is happening from Chucky, but the spot actually doesn't get had from Naz, so he's forced to make a quick reaction, and it's the right one. It's to retreat back in towards CT. Shock finds the head of Chucky, and that little doll isn't going crawling anywhere. Young Promise is promising one thing, but it might rebound, and no one finds Bernie on the A side. JJ recovers that mid flank, and it's a 4v3. Three members, actually two, make it as JJ repositions out towards long. They're going to be attacking through catwalk. We still see Naz in towards CT with the AWP, so plays to be made. Potential on the menu. Flashbang rings out towards long. JJ's made an entrance, but Smoke kind of denies him vision, so he's forced to give a little bit of a spam. Nade finds its mark. Arkham finds a kill, but the kills are going 1-for-1. Seward's left in his lonesome, but can't do anything. The op of Naz reigns true. It's map and match point for Mavrek. And they've found what feels comfortable to them. It's playing for the retakes, playing the man advantage early on, or playing for the man advantage early on, and just trying to take that into a comfortable retake, and it's paid out in numbers, realistically. We're seeing Mavrek able to really be methodical about these retakes, especially with how long they're trying to reposition and really make sure they're coordinated. It's a great improvement from the Mavrek we have seen in prior times. Long door smoke denies vision. No members of Ninjas and Boxer have made it out. But Arkham gives a spam up mid. Stewart's going to be the one to receive it, but he's just waiting for the real prize. And that's catwalk control. Shock and Naz posted on the angle. It feels a little bit risky, Shock jiggling, especially when Naz is posted behind you, but nonetheless. Flashbang comes over the top. Shock is forced to drop. And it was at a little bit of an awkward time as Naz also repositioned. Molotov's deep, so that allows the smoke to find its mark, but Atari is kind of sandwiched in between both. Minute left on the clock. Naz spotted Chucky, but Arkham eats the damage. That mid-pressure immediately alleviated by the T's was interesting. They felt like they wanted to apply mid-pressure, but as soon as they did it, we're like, hey, y'all can have that right back. Flashbang over the top of Cat. Matari's going to lead the charge. Naz doesn't actually take contact. It's a pump of the break from Ninjas in Boxer. I almost said the actual team. And Naz shuts it down early. 20 seconds left on the clock. The real prize for Ninjas and Boxers is going to be this B site, and JJ is going to be put under pressure. He's been doing a lot of heavy lifting and been able to pull through before, but as the nade or the smoke finds its mark, Arkham is finding heavy lifting for the side of Mavrek. He turns around, but it's not needed. Bernie takes the head off, and it's all onto Noah in the 1v3. He has to go through JJ first, and he's made his task a little bit more doable, but as he goes for the duel, Ninjas and Boxer lose by running out of time. Not the way you want to go out, and Mavrek do a lot better of a job than I not necessarily expected them to do, I should say, but more so anticipated, because I definitely didn't expect them to come out swinging as hard as they did and have, you know, some of the coordination. And that's one thing that I talked about they needed to have, especially on a map like Dust 2, and especially against a team that has had some success on Dust 2. So, congratulations to Mavrek for making some great improvements and for taking the victory, moving on to 3-1 in ESEA Open 9-10. So, without further ado, that is going to be it from me over here on the Blakert_CS channel. As always, my name is Blakert. We've had Exploding behind the camera as well to help guide you through the action. And I think I am going to be live in about 5-ish minutes on the FRZ unit channel, so make sure to check that one out if that actually does go live. And if not, we will see you probably tomorrow night. I will see you. Maybe not Exploding, we're not sure yet, but tomorrow night for the Crossfire Season 3 Grand Finals. So we hope to see you there and have a great night. Just look at these right that I'm stacking up. I took your bitch, make it double dutch. I gotta lock in, cause I did